review of the Borla Unequal length header that I have installed on my BRZ. If you guys watch the channel pretty frequently, you guys will know that I just got the car tuned by Moto-East Tuning, and I thought that now that the car is tuned properly, I can give you guys a proper review of the header rather than just slapping it on the car and saying this is the review, and it's not tuned properly, so it doesn't really give the full potential of what the header can do. So today I'm going to give you guys the review of that. I'm going to go over price of the header, quality, is it worth it, you know, like what did it do for the car. So we're going to get into that. First thing I want to talk about to you guys is the price and quality. I know a lot of people give Borla a lot of shit for their header, or the unequal length header for this car. If you guys see all the pictures on Google Images of the header, and it doesn't really look like that good of quality, that was their version 1 header, and the reasoning on why, well, the reasoning I believe why the quality of that header wasn't very good is that header came out when this car first came out, and they had to get a lot of them made quickly, and they kind of rushed through it, which isn't what a company should do, but they kind of rushed through it, and then the quality of the header wasn't as good. And a lot of people complained about it. They had problems with them leaking, rattling, so forth. But this is the version 2 header, and I know that companies can turn themselves around and then make a better product. I mean, a lot of people don't want to believe that because they just say, "Oh, Borla's crap. That's it." They did turn it around. I believe the quality on the version 2 header is very good. I looked over it when I got it shipped. It shipped in very tight packing. It was packed very nicely, and I looked at everything, and it looked like it was pretty top-notch quality. So when people say that the Borla has like shitty quality and is kind of cheap, I believe they've stepped up their game with the version 2 header, and I have 0 to no problems with it, and I know a lot of people don't have problems with this header either. So that's my spiel on that. The price of the header is about $650. That's priced similarly to a Tomei unequal length header. It's more expensive than a 1320 header, but less expensive than something like a JDL. So I mean, it's somewhere in the middle on the price for it, and so I mean, it's affordable. $650, not too bad. Again, I have the Grimsby gaskets on mine. I opted for those. That was like an extra $12 or something like that. So mine was a little bit more, but getting the Grimsby gaskets, I believe, was worth it. They're higher quality, and I really like those. So here, I'll give you guys a little bit of what it sounds like. This is 3rd gear, about 4,000 RPM. This header with the tune is much better than what the car was stock. I believe the stock, I've never had the car dynoed completely 100% stock, so I don't know exactly what mine was running, but ballpark, these cars in the torque dip, which if you guys know this car, it has a torque dip from the factory. It's a really shitty flaw that this car has. They usually dyno around, in the torque dip area they usually dyno at about 105, 110, maybe pound-feet of torque to the wheels, which is pretty low, and you feel that when you drive it. It feels very sluggish, like when you're flooring it at 3,500 RPM, it barely feels like the car is doing anything, which is really crap, and it makes the driving experience less enjoyable. And there's a car coming. It makes the driving experience a little less enjoyable. But now with this header and with the Moto-East tune on it, the lowest my torque drops in the whole RPM band is 135 pound-feet to the wheels, and that's probably at around 3,000 RPM. At 3,500 RPM, the car actually starts gaining torque rather than losing it like it did when the car was stock. So once you get this header and you get a tune on it, it feels very good. The mid-range of this car is very well improved with this header, and it is my favorite mod to this car, is to get the unequal length header with the tune. It really woke the car up in the mid-range. I mean, again, like I said in the tune video that I did, it's not going to make your car a rocket ship, but it will make your car feel much better. If you pull from 3,000 RPM, it actually pulls a little bit. Like, it's not going to throw you in the seat like crazy, but I mean, it's still going to pull. Another thing that people really want to know when they get the unequal length header is they want the boxer sound, because when you get a BRZ or you get one of the new WRXs, they have equal length headers on them, and a lot of people say that Subaru is straying away from their roots with going with the equal length. So a lot of people like that boxer sound, and I agree with that. I mean, I did want it more for the torque in the mid-range because the car does suffer there, but having the boxer rumble is really nice. I love the sound of the boxer rumble. This is a catless unequal length header, so if you're gonna get this header, make sure that you're not breaking any laws in your area if you get caught. I mean, I doubt it's probably gonna happen, because if you keep your front pipe with a cat on it, which mine has a cat, you should be all right. One thing to having the catless unequal length header is your car will be much louder. My car has the Burke front pipe and the Burke muffler delete on it, and I thought it was loud then. I put the unequal length header on it and I started it, and my eyes and jaw just were open. I was, holy crap, I couldn't believe it got that much louder. I did get used to it though, and it really doesn't bother me that much anymore. Cruising like this, I can hardly hear the car. I mean, relatively speaking, I mean, my camera doesn't really have a very good mic on it, so it does pick up the exhaust very prominently. So it sounds like it's louder than it is on camera, but honestly, when you're just cruising around like this, you hardly even notice it. You notice it on the highway a little bit, and you notice it when you get on it, and there's that little underpass here, and I'm gonna show you a little boxer rumble, why I love it. Alright, second gear, go. Yeah, car gets up and goes much better than it did when it was with the stock unequal length header, and I absolutely love it. I know, again, I said people give Borla a lot of crap. Go ahead. They give Borla a lot of crap for their quality, but they did kind of slap a header together for this car when it came out, and that's not what you should do as a company. And they changed that, and they stepped it up, and the version 2 header is very good. I have zero complaints about it, and I just absolutely love it. I'm gonna hop on the highway quick so you guys can hear what it's like at highway speed. Again, it's not gonna really pick up as it would in person, because in person it sounds a little bit different because the mic on the camera is just ant quality. But here, I'm gonna merge up onto the highway here. Third gear. This is 6th gear at 3,000 RPM. So that'll give you a basic idea of what the car's like on the highway. Passing isn't really that hard anymore. You can pass people pretty much no problem in 6th or 5th gear. It doesn't really matter, as long as you have your RPMs up to a little around 3,000 RPM, you should be fine with passing people. That's not a problem with the car anymore. This is uphill in 6th gear, so it's a little bit louder. What are you gonna do? Now again, if you pair this header with a catback exhaust with mufflers on it, it's probably not going to be as aggressive as this, and it'll probably be a little bit more livable. So again, keep that in mind. Your car, if you have mufflers on your car, it's probably going to be a lot more tame than this one. But what are you going to do? Again, like I said, dyno numbers, I didn't tell you guys that in this video. With the header and my exhaust, basically I have a stock intake, which is a drop-in filter on it, the header, the front pipe, and a muffler delete, and I dynoed at 188 wheel horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. And again, the lowest the torque drops in the whole RPM band is 135 to the wheels, which is much better than stock, considering stock they dyno about a max of 135 to the wheels. So I believe the car is much improved over stock with this setup. I highly recommend it. Borla did step up their game with their product, and I absolutely love it. Zero complaints about it. I ordered my header from FT86 Speed Factory. I'll drop a link in the description to the header, and you guys can order it there if you guys want. And I'll give you guys a little pull here. 4,000 RPM. go. You guys want to get your car tuned by Moto-East with an unequal length header setup, they're located in Easton, PA, and they do some great work. They're very easy to contact, they're very flexible with scheduling, and I absolutely love their rumble strips. Oh, hold up. That was the last one. Again, having them tune the car was absolutely great. I had zero complaints about them. Their work is phenomenal. Got the car done in about an hour. And I absolutely love the tune. And I'll be going back to them again if I ever do go forced induction on the car, which I do want to do, but money probs. So hopefully in the future the car will have forced induction and I can go back to them for a tune. But until then, we're going to run the car the way it is. I thought about E85 on that unequal length header with the tune, but I don't have a flex fuel kit, and even if I did have a flex fuel kit, the closest E85 station to me is Allentown, PA, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I really don't feel like driving that far for fuel. So until there's E85 in my area, I'm really not gonna get it for my car. So that's probably going to do it for this review of the Borla unequal length header for my car. 2013 Subaru BRZ again. It'll, for Scion FRS or GT86, will fit those cars. And yeah, zero complaints, absolutely love it. Links to everything are going to be in the description, and I highly recommend the product. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.